Good morning, folks. My name is Kendrick Celestine. Today in my video, the title of "It's the last day of 2019. It's the last day of this decade, and we're going to a whole new decade." And actually, I want to share some of my experiences, what I pretty much learned in this decade for the past from 9 years of this decade. Well, 10 years ago be tomorrow. This is going from 2010 for 2019, and I want to share some of my experience in this decade, but what I pretty much did. So I'm going to begin from 2010, work my way up to each year. What was the years? What could it go by me for my experiences? Well, in 2010, I went to Washington D.C. I got to saw the White House. I got to saw the Capitol. I was with my mom and my brother during that time that year, and I went to a whole lot of places. It was beautiful. I got to see the monuments, the executive branch, and I got to see the the judicial branch and legislation branch. And it was a great year. And then after that, I went to the mall. It was just kind of a great experiences, and I really got to enjoy. So I wanted to, and I noticed that when during the time I saw a lot of guys with a lot of dreadlocks. I'm just seeing a lot of blacks with a lot of dreadlocks on their hair and stuff. And rather that, I was just experiencing it. But I was there for about a week, so I was on 1600 and Jefferson Street, and I can't remember what it was, but I remembered I was looking at the White House that time. It was like branches, so we got the tour, and I got to saw the Pentagon and stuff. And I really had a great time, so it was really fun, and I got to see a lot of stuff, and it was great, my experiences, and I wanted to share a lot of this with you. Plus, and it was really great. And also in the year 2011, 2011, I started building a lot of job experiences. So during that year, I had my second job experiences working at a computer place. And when I got to work with some like four of my classmates during that time, and it was really a great experience. And I wanted to joy, and I learned a lot of meet new different employees, work with them on different levels and different abilities. And other than that, I pretty much had a great time working. When I pretty much learned, we took the bus and we pretty much head back to school. We would do it back. We would work. I pretty much worked like 2 days a week during that time in that year, and I was really experiencing this. I was there for 6 months, but it was a great experience I learned that year. So I really enjoyed it. So it was a great time in the year. So I really got to experience it. I didn't really get out doing the traveling, so I did it in that year. But it was a great experience. And also the year 2012. 2012, that year I actually I did travel out. I did went to Tennessee. I went there on August 22nd, and that was a Tuesday, and I went back Friday on August 25th. When I was there for 3 days, when I first experienced it going there, my first place I went to a restaurant called Pufferfish. I was eating like this waitress was taking my order at the time. So I ordered fish puffs. I was eating it, so I couldn't eat most of my food up. So I was just too full at the time, so I couldn't eat it. And when I went to pay it to the front, the waitress was kind of smiling at me, and the owner was her mother, and the waitress was her daughter. So, and she was looking at me, and I'm sitting looking at her like this, and she just winking with a smile on her face. "Well, you have a good day, and I hope things turn out wonderful for you." And I said, "Okay, you do the same for you, ma'am, and you have a nice day." And my mom ended up saying to me, "You know, she was trying to hit you." Really? I didn't really know she was looking at me like that. So I didn't even know she was going to come after me like that, because I wasn't really looking any notice. So, and out of that, when I went to this hotel where my cousin was staying at, and they booked in, so they have a more better view than we had. So we kind of slept over there. When we went to this motel, it smelled like a pot of smoky. And also, we were just there. So I went to this little bar. This waitress was she gave me a headshot, and I licked it, and it was kind of good. So I really enjoyed it. So it was really like a taste of fun. So I really had such a great time. And also, I just really had it, and she showed me. So I took a picture with the bartender, and she said to me, "Can you please take a picture with him on my phone?" And she just like me and her just smile like this, and we just kind of this, and she kind of smile like this. And also, me later on the midnight, me and my cousin went to this bar. It was next to them. It was like 4 blocks from them, and there was this Australian guy, and his name was Dane. He bought me a drink. He bought us these strong headshots, and my cousin said, And you're gonna be real fucked up on that drink you're gonna be drinking. And I said, I don't really know that, so I already know. And there was this woman, she was like from New York. She was like 28 during that time in that year, and I was like younger than her, so and I was just looking at her like, I mean, damn, she was fine. And I didn't know she was looking at me. And I didn't even bother to know because I was just like soaking the game and just, getting experience of it. So, other than that, I was just like looking at time and I didn't really bother to think about that in my situation because I was just like doing on me. So I didn't really bother to take it seriously. And also, but during that time, I didn't really want it to be. It was really great, so I can't complain because I did get to go out, and also I did went to the Elvis Presley tour, so I did go there. I went inside his historic place when Elvis Presley is playing, mansion, all that stuff. I got to see a lot of it. It was fun. I also took pictures with Martin Luther King when he got assassinated at. So I got to see the moment. So that was a historic history. I got to see that, and that was just beautiful. Got to see the moment. So we got to tour around that place, and I got to saw a lot of that, and it was really fun. So that was pretty much the best year of 2012. So when I went to Memphis, Tennessee, excuse me, and also what else? In 2013, I did graduate from this program, and I ended up transferred to a college. That was a good time of year for me, so I can't complain much. And I started like having more like fun experiences for myself. Took pictures, and out of that, I never came back since. I just kind of went forward with myself. And that year, yes, I graduated. So 2013 was a good year, so I kind of graduated for the program, so I did. And also in 2014, I didn't really do much that year. I just pretty much just kind of still focused on my schoolwork. But I did kind of deal with the new experiences and kind of experience with different levels of individuals and their thinking pattern and their capacity, the tolerance. I dealt with people around my circle. And that year I was pretty much wasn't thinking about it, so I was just like doing all my work studies. So I didn't really take time to lease. I didn't really get out, and I didn't travel out during that year, so I didn't do much. And so 2014 was pretty much just like I was more of a busy year for me, so I just kind of stayed focused on my schoolwork, and that was pretty much about it, and still work. And also 2015 that year, I ended up getting my driver's license. It took me 5 years to try to get it, but I finally passed it. So, and I studied hard, and I eventually got it, and I was really happy, proud of myself. So 2015 was a huge achievement that year. Huge achievement that year. So I got my driver license, and other than that, it was just a great time. So I really enjoyed, and I really had the great experiences, and I got just to feel happy, proud I got that year. And also the year 2016. In 2016, I lost my auntie from breast cancer, and she died, and she'd been fighting cancer for years and stuff. She'd been fighting it for about 2 years straight since 2014, and I gave her my prayers, and I went to her funeral. There was about like 500 people at her funeral at the time. So when I was at a casket before they buried her, I kissed her casket, telling her, I loved you and everything, and I just said goodbye. I didn't really had no lick of tears. I was just quiet and had a moment, but I didn't have no tears. And the last time I went to her place, I just looked at it all over her house. I looked in her room, I looked in her bathroom, I looked in the backyard, the front. I looked over each and every room, part of the house, every detail of it, even the laundry room. And I said I was going to look at it before, because I already know I'm never going to come back here. That's just one thing I never was coming back, and I never did. And so I took a good look at the place before I was going to go, and I would know it was my goodbye. Just saying this: goodbye, Auntie. I love you, and I appreciate you to give me the good life, and I appreciate you to allow me into your life, be the man for you ever had. So, and other than that, and I know that year I never really, because a lot of my family members told me they had a dream about her, but I never really had much to dream about her that much. But I kind of stood just because me and her I loved her, but we just weren't that close like that. But it was just that love, just this is love. I loved you, just don't, have the boundaries to it. And also, in that year, 2016, I went to Florida to a family reunion. with my family members. So I had a good time that year. So it was really great. So I got to catch up with some of my family members. So it was kind of the time when my auntie lost her from cancer. So other than that, I spent some time with them, and I just, well, other family members, and I just, I was there for about a week, so I had about a good time. I got to go on roller coasters. I went to Walt Disney World that year, and also I got to ride around places. And also, I did want to go to Kissimmee. I want to go to Miami, but nobody wanted to go, so I kind of missed out on it. Other than that, that year was pretty much was a difficult time for me. Lost one of my family members, so I try you not to worry about it too much. I just kind of like put that out for was my experience of what I dealt with. And also in 2017, I got my own vehicle, so I'm pretty much happy with myself. So I got my own car, like I'm sitting in right now, and I had it for about 2 years, so it's been good. So, and I've been happy. So, and I really am proud of myself. And also, I did went out during 2017, and I had a good. I went to Ensenada, California, and I did met this one woman, chick, woman. Her name is Sabrina, and she was from Washington D.C. She was like a security guard, and I told her about what I did for a living. I think she really wanted me, and I didn't really know she wanted me like that. I wasn't really trying to be like serious about it, but I think she wanted to sleep with me. And I know I shouldn't say that because it's really nobody's business, because I really have no reason putting it out there, but I'm just gonna tell you the reality truth about me. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing on my video. So other than that, I was just I was on the Colonel Cruise, and I was just having fun, looking around, observing a lot of people around me, and I got to go to Ensenada, California. We had a tour, driving around the place, showing a lot of good time. It was just a great year. So I got to experience. I got to play the Powerball, play some money a little bit. Lost a couple bets, but it was okay. And other than that year, I just really had pretty much experience. I really didn't really It was an experience year for me. So got my car. I got to go out to places. So that's the great thing. So I really got to do that. And also in 2018 was a year pretty much just kind of changed my life up, and it kind of affected me a little bit in a way. Well, I got to meet some new family members who came to my life, and me and my new family members was like bonded like this, and we kept really close, and and we kept in touch for a few, for 2 years, and I'm really was proud, you're glad you just to be in my life, I really appreciate that, and I love some of you guys, But yeah, in 2018, I graduated from college, and I was really proud of myself for my accomplishment. And other than that, I got to hang out with a couple friends that year, and I pretty much I went to the LA County Fair, and then I spun out. I didn't really get out a couple rides. I pretty much just walked around pretty much all day, and it was just pretty much the fun part. And I didn't really do nothing like big and special, but I hung out with like 4 of my friends, and also I did a video with one of my cousins, so about autism videos. So it was really a great year for myself, so I really can't complain about it. But 2018 was, I don't know why, but 2018 was my year or something. I don't know why. But everyone could say 2018 was the worst year for everyone, but for me, it turned out being good for me for some reason. I don't know why. It turned out good. And so yeah, it was just like that. And other than that, I was just pretty much having a good time. And also, yeah, I was just really having a great time, and I had a lot of time for everybody who was close to me, and it was just a year. I had fun. I had fun in 2018 for some pair of reason, but I didn't travel out much. But other than that, I really had a great year. And you know what's something? In 2018, I met a whole lot of subscribers who came into my life, and even I never really met them in person. But I want to appreciate some of you subscribers. I looked out for. You guys really inspired me to do better with my life, and I found a lot of inspirations in the YouTube subscribers who talk of great knowledge and wisdom and stuff. But I want to give shout outs to some of the subscribers who I'm subscribed to, and the ones who subscribe to me. I really appreciate some of you guys, because you guys really touch my heart and mind, and I really do mean that. I mean that for real. And I learned a lot from you guys, because you make me more of a better individual, and do more better for my purpose life. And I want to still continue more with it. So other than that, and I just wanted to share that. And also, one more year, 2019. 2019 was a quick year. Was very quick year. Quick year, very quick. But I learned from my experience of that quick year was like, and I remember for that year, it was just so fast. And I learned like I was still working, going to school. I didn't really go out. I didn't travel out doing this year. I did not. So I kind of just been like busy keeping myself to do. And other than that, that's about it. And other than that, I remember about that 400 years of captivity was supposed to end this cycle. And 400 years of captivity, was pretty for a long time for African Americans, or so-called black people, native or indigenous people, suffered from the hands of oppressors for 400 years of the beating, lynchings, the alligator babies, and all that stuff. And I realized we have to have a peace to the end of these cycles. And I know a lot of us as black people were so dysfunctional because of the community. So I know a lot of things has been affecting to us. I know, and I met some, and I'm gonna tell you, in 2019, I met some like pretty much the same thing, like I said, 2018, new subscribers. And other than that, I just want to say, it's a lot of good. It was a great experience year. So, and I came across great new individuals, great, different new mentalities and stuff. And also, this is for 2019. To one of the Elman family, one of her sisters got killed in a tragedy in Mogadishu, Somalia. And also, it was kind of sad the year, the end of the decade for her, kind of the loss of the family. So I give my prayers and condolences to her and your family, to the Elman family. So I really do. But other than that, 2019 pretty much was the 400 years of captivity, and it has to end these cycles. And I think, also, we're going to a new decade. We're going to have the new solutions, and we're going to be something else. And I think, this year it's going to be more action. Ain't going to be no more talking no more. It's going to be more action. And I think it's going to be more in the movement instead of just that. So, other than that, I just wanted to share this with you guys. And I really appreciate some of you guys who subscribe to my channel. And it really means a lot for me, But I know this year, because I have a heart like everybody else. But, I would kind of feel like, it's crazy. 2020 will feel like you'll be like futuristic, or like seeing like flying cars or serving robots, like brain casting to your head. You know how you see like in like future movies, like future movies like Futurama, Alita, or I forgot this other one when with Bruce Willis in it, and he was in that. So I don't know what, but you kind of feel like everything be like, oh, like the Matrix, something like kind of like digital, kind of like, and more like futuristic and stuff. And I will feel like would be more like meaningful purposes. Excuse me. And also I feel like would be more understandable, reasonable, like liking, there's kind of stuff like that. And you'll feel like this year will be like, kind of like seeing like all like digital's kind of like, but if that's what it's trying to be, like digital, like, like almost like the Jetsons and stuff. And yeah, I'm just kind of like blown off, this year. Like, it went fast. It really did went fast this year. And so I just had to be appreciated. But I wanted to, hey, but this decade was a learning experience. And I learned a lot of things, pretty much what I learned from this decade. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Plus, and I hate to say this, but for this decade, but I know we had a new president, but I know you guys don't really like, but I'm not going to say names, but you don't like. But yeah, but I just want to say goodbye, new decade. And we're going to a new decade. And the new decade is going to be an open key for the New Year's solutions. And, guys, put the action to it. Put more action to it. All right? So, anyway, I want to say goodbye. From 2010 to 2019, you guys are history decade. Now we're going to a new decade history. So I hope you guys have a good, great, wonderful New Year's Eve. And please like, dislike, share the video, see what you think. I will continue making more later on in the future. I'll be folks have a wonderful day. This is Kendrick Celestine, And I'm out, folks. You always have a wonderful day. And I'm out. Peace.